Whoa. Hey, everyone. Jim Chester coming to you live from Denver, Colorado with Dr. Daniel Knowles, and we are going to be talking about Mile High 5, and you are in Boulder, Colorado, so we're just down the street from each other, about 45 minutes, and I'm going to be coming up tonight to the philosophy group and to spend some time with you for an awesome birthday party and 3 amazing speakers. So let's just dive right into this interview and talk a little bit about the Chiro Hustle podcast that we just recently released and all these other amazing topics that we'll talk about.
Awesome. And I just want to say, starting out, number 1, live long and prosper. And number 2, you've got great taste in quality shirtwear. It's, yeah. So there you go. I got to jump up. There you go.
I was actually just walking down the street here in Denver, and just a random person came by and said, "Dude, I love that T-shirt."
Yeah, people love saying it all the time. That's an excellent one. And it's limited edition. You can't get them anymore. They're gone. And I will also say this. I'm ready to rock because I'm highly caffeinated at the moment. So, and thank you. Last year, you brought me
This is what I'm on.
last year, you brought me, what's it called? Coffee. So, but I'm excited about your podcast. I'm excited about tonight. I'm excited about the Mile High podcast that just went out. And so I do want to mention all of those things. Super glad that you had me as one of your first people on the Chiro Hustle podcast. I was second, right?
Yes.
Like 2?
Yep.
Yeah. I won't hold it against you that you didn't have me first, okay? I won't hold it against you. I don't know if that was a good place in judgment. I don't know who was first. I'm not judging him, but I don't know if there was good judgment on your part. You could have had me first. IFCO TV, I was the first guest ever on IFCO TV, and that's legendary. So, but still, the Chiro Hustle podcast is rocking, and I'm very psyched for it. And we just sent out by email a person that we did the Mile High podcast. If you did not see it, go to the Mile High page, check it. We just did a podcast with Barbara Lowe Fisher. Incredible person. Do you know who she is?
I don't.
Barbara Lowe Fisher is the president of the National Vaccine Information Center.
Wow.
That organization was really kept alive by chiropractors. It was going to close. And, she's a big advocate for rights, for people's advocacy, relative to chiropractic philosophy. Vaccination is not a chiropractic issue because subluxation, is. However, the concept of patient rights is very much an advocacy for patient freedom and personal freedom. I feel chiropractors need to be very, staunch about because we lose rights all the time. So you got to check out that episode. It was phenomenal. And I know the episode that we did on Chiro Hustle, the episode number 2, that was phenomenal. I don't know about number 1, but number 2 was phenomenal.
Well, the cool thing is now we got 9 of these things.
9?
Yeah. 9. And Billy DeMoss was our guest today.
Is he number 9?
He is number 9.
Very figurative because you think the Beatles, number 9. That was well done. I will give you that. That was a good choice. So very good. Yeah. And
tonight we're going to be having philosophy group up in Boulder. Let's touch a little bit on that because I know that's like.
I'd like to get some comments on this live thing. So there's some people watching it probably, right?
Yeah.
And I want to get some comments because I want to get some opinion on this. There's philosophy nights all over, right? And there needs to be more of them. Mass Alliance has philosophy night, Saturday Night Live, Epochs, and so on. And people put out the name of the speaker. Most of the places put out the name of the speaker. The speakers are this. Billy DeMoss does with his it's not Dead Chiropractic Society anymore. It's Underground or something. But they do that. And
I think it's still DCS.
Is it still DCS? And it's DCS Underground now. But anyway, they do something underground. Sean Dill has the Underground, right? So they put who's speaking. We never put who's speaking because I always feel like people should dial it in and no, this is for chiropractic and for me and for my impact. And I'm not going to sit at home, get the email and say, Jim Chester speaking, because Jim Chester's speaking, I'm going to go. Or, oh, it's Billy DeMoss. I don't know if I'm going to go. Like it shouldn't. I personally, and I don't know if I'm wrong in that. I'd like to get some comments of what people's opinion. Maybe I'm being too rigid about. Look, this is the date you should be there because we got 3. I'm psyched for who's going to be dropping it tonight, and people should be there. Boulder, Colorado, drop everything. And I don't know. What's your opinion on that? Because you've come to the Philosophy Nights.
I have, and I think it's a fantastic group of people that get together the third Thursday of the month up in Boulder. I think that what you and Team Knowles and Rochelle do for the chiropractors in the state of Colorado is just amazing. The Mile High weekend that you guys put on, I know it takes a lot of effort and a lot of time and a lot of commitment, and I know running a practice does as well. But I will tell you that I get jazzed up when I know a little bit of a hint. Maybe we could tell a little bit of something to who's going to be there. I always like, maybe the day of the event, you could release the name so people can get a little bit more of a, an enticement to show up.
Yeah, again, I'm a little torn on it, because I could put a flyer with a picture and all that. And hey, we could announce it here, and this would be the only place to announce, and people would have to catch it, so we could put if you want to know who's speaking at Mile High Philosophy Night and the birthday celebration, watch the Chiro Hassel Be Live interview, right?
Yes, that's a good strategy.
And you got to get to minute 10 or whatever minute we're at. I don't know. I can't see comments. Are there any comments on this to say?
We had some comments from Brian Moriarty.
What's Brian Moriarty?
He said, Mile High 5, baby. And then Benny Matthew left us a comment saying, I love the stash, fellas.
Well, does that mean I have to grow one now?
I'm not sure.
All right. I want to take this because I don't know if you'll have me back. So I want to capture this right now. So there we go. While we're live, we'll capture. There's a setup. All right. And we'll send that to Benny Matthew. All right. So psyched for that. So a couple things about Philosophy Night tonight. One, Boulder Elks Lodge. It's a great location. It's rustic. It's in Boulder. It's like this. It looks like this old bar. 2, we've got food lined up, and it's like a birthday celebration tonight. Not quite like when we had the birthday at my house. I like birthdays, so I like celebrating my birthday. But but I realize I share some birthdays with some great people, so it must be something about the date, because it's Shane Kurth's birthday. You know Dr. Shane, right?
I love Shane. Yeah,
I love Shane. Then it's also Jake Hansen's birthday.
Okay.
Okay, he's the day after, but we'll count him in. He's the 17th. Okay, and it's David Kalowski's birthday also on the 16th. So me, Shane, and Kalowski, share a birthday. So we should have a party every year for the 3 of us in Colorado. I think,
I'm always in.
Yeah, and you know all those people, right? Right. So anyway. I know Shane and David are loved more than me, so that's good. We should have a birthday party for all 3 of them. And so we could do that, but David, birthday boy, he agreed. So because of that, we're buying drinks for everybody. So drinks are on us tonight, all right? Wow. Yeah, so we're going to get drinks on us, and we got a little extra different food, and we got cake, so just to do it up a little bit. And then, hey, Matt Bleen, thank you for saying happy birthday. See, I get some birthday love. I love it. And I'd like to know what Matt thinks about the telling who's speaking, like announcing who's speaking. I'm kind of torn about it. So David Kalowski, he's one of our speakers.
Oh, tonight.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Birthday speaking. So
that's
he's
awesome.
one of our speakers. That's number 1. Yeah, it's going to be great. Number 2, other speakers, Dan Wallace. All right. Okay. Foco also. So we got Foco coming down, and he's outstanding. He's on fire. So it's psyched to have him speak. And then the other one is Joseph Arve.
Oh, cool.
Dude, 3 fired up people.
I actually meet a lot of Dr. Joe's patients out in public, and they're always like, hey, I'm under Dr. Joe's care. And I'm like, well, don't break up with him for us.
Joe's a great chiropractor. He's all heart. He's a great person. You know, I've known him for, I don't know, 15 years or something. Actually, he used to be president of the Colorado Chiropractic Wellness Alliance. He's helped us politically in the state on a number of things. We practice different. We have different value systems in some areas. We've got a lot of really common value systems, and I just love the guy. And actually, we've hosted a lot of chiropractic seminars in Colorado before Mile High. The Colorado Chiropractic Wellness Alliance had like 3 conventions or something. I don't remember. So actually, last year, Mile High was the only state program out of like 8 programs I ever did without Joe Arve. You know,
oh, wow.
Yeah, we just he's a great guy. So he's speaking tonight, and he's opening Mile High. He has great energy. He's a great guy to open a program because he just gets everybody together. And I remember the first Mile High episode we did. The first Mile High that we did, he did this whole thing about standing together, that we got to all stand together. And he got everybody huddled with their arms around each other. And it was awesome, you know, and we got to have more of that at chiropractic. I don't give energy anymore. I'm sick and tired of chiropractors that are subluxation conscious that are throwing rocks at each other. Like, the days for that are gone. The days of like, oh, you're an upper cervical person, you're full spine, and I don't like you because of this. Or you do CBP and you do network and we don't like each other. Like, that stuff's got to be done, because we've got a line that people are crossing relative to chiropractic and us no longer being the world's largest drugless healing art, that people want to expand into that. And I am more concerned with, like, I'm more focused on my philosophy than ever. And at the same time, I am more compassionate, more loving, more open, and more caring about fellow chiropractors. And here's what I want you to see. Now, this is live. It's video. People can see this, okay? I could face this way, and I don't know where you are on the video, if I'm looking at you or not, Jim. I could be facing this way, and this is the direction of scope expansion. It's the direction of, we want drugs, we want surgery, we want everything we could possibly do, dry needling, you know, which you can probably already do everywhere, you know, whatever. I want as much I can do under my license. That's one direction to face, okay? And then this direction, okay, this direction is, I am facing the direction of adjustment, subluxation, focus, right? And here's the thing, if you're facing this direction, you may be like, you're going to be on a line of how far that direction you are, but as long as you're facing that direction, I love you. Got it? As long as you're facing that direction, I love you, and I don't want to judge you, and I think the judging of that stuff has to end, because we're subluxating the profession. Okay?
It is.
Like, as long as you're facing that direction, more power to you, love, and as you face that direction, you're going to go closer and closer, you know, as you get refined and grow, and you get closer and closer to pure chiropractic. We've got to love those people and create a home for them, and that's what Mile High is. So to be a safe, non-judgmental, passionate, you know, place where people can feel welcome home to chiropractic, and that, you know, and can work connected to the heart and soul of what chiropractic is, right? And if you're facing this way, don't come, all right? Please, if you're facing this way, don't come.
Well, there's a reason why I thought it was important to have a Facebook Live interview with you today, because you say all that stuff that I would like to say, but you have a lot more, you know, clout being the doctor. And having been somebody that, you know, established this Mile High chiropractic movement out here, and really, you know, standing on the principle of saving chiropractic for what it is to us. And like you mentioned, with anybody else out there that's interested in scope expansion or things of that nature, go practice something else. I mean, don't try to dilute what chiropractic is with your small, you know, what you think is, you know, how you want to see the profession move. And it shouldn't ever move in a direction that ever allows anything in other than what chiropractic is. Yeah.
And I was in a meeting with this recently, and here's the thing, when it comes down to it, all that stuff really comes down to something specific, which is scarcity. It's all about scarcity. It's all about there's not enough, so that I've got to try to get my piece of the pie by doing something else and adding that to chiropractic. It just comes down to that versus having an abundance consciousness and realizing that, we have so much to give and there's no shortage of spines distorted. So let's get our hands on some people, right? So that's the difference. And that's why doing philosophy night it's a home. So maybe if someone's watching and they could tag the speakers, Joseph Arbe, David Kalowski, and Dan Wallace. So then there you go. People know who's speaking. Okay?
That's cool. And,
right.
I also want to tell you something from the depth of my heart is I'm really proud of you. And I'm really excited the fact that I've been able to build a friendship with you over the past couple of years. And I watched your live feed before this one, and this will be the 5th one that I've attended. So I've been at every single one of these, and
you're a 5 Timers Club.
Yeah, man. And I've seen
that. We should have a 5 Timers Club award or something.
But I've seen it grow, and it's been great to be a part of the Colorado chiropractic family. And I think that what you guys are doing up in Boulder, you guys market so well. You guys, treat people with such dignity and respect as practice members. And I've met some amazing people that go to you as well because, I'm out in the neighborhood doing a lot of marketing and, I'm really tapped into the Boulder and Denver marketplaces. And I hear nothing but great things about you and Rochelle. So congratulations on that. Also, happy birthday. It's celebratory tonight, so come out to the Philosophy Night up at the Elks Lodge. It starts at 7, and then the first speaker goes on at 8, correct?
Yep. So like I said, we're buying drinks, so the sooner you get there, the more you can have. So, if you want to be late, it's okay. But, and here's one other thing about that I'm going to say. I want to say a couple things, and I really got to run. And I know when you said that, I really appreciate you saying the positive things. I know you hear more positive things about Rochelle than me, and that's standard. I accept that, and that's good. And I really appreciate you saying that. And I really also want to acknowledge that the first time I met you, going up to Epoch, Rochelle and I drove up to Epoch, and now we're the local Epoch, right?
We are.
We drove up to Epoch, and I saw you, and you were in the audience. You're like, "Oh, I work in the chiropractic office, CA. I'm gonna make a film." And I'm like, "Oh yeah, right. This guy's gonna make a film." How often do you hear that? But you had a vision for something and brought it to fruition, and not many people do that. So one, super appreciate you and all you're bringing to chiropractic, and all your help for the years with Mile High. And by the way, that friendship thing, just got to remember, last year you brought me coffee. So if you want to support the friendship, then I'll be watching for the coffee donations.
The rumor has it there's coffee on the way to Boulder tonight.
All right. I got to run because I got to practice, and I'll catch you.
I'll see you tonight. Thank you for making some time for everybody.
Thank you for doing the Car Hustle podcast. Awesome. Okay?
Thanks. I'll see you tonight.
All right, bye.
See ya.